What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the iSpec Modcast. I'm your host for today, again, Meteor Bob, and together with my co-host, Don't Forget Me,
How's it going, guys?
Double O Cupcake,
Asa.
Ice Prime,
Oh, what's up, Ice Pack? Happy Thursday night. It's great to see everybody. Happy holidays.
We will be discussing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds today with none other than our special guest, the lovely Miss Poopy Queen.
Hi! I sound so funny.
How are you today?
I'm cracking up too much to talk like a normal person. But thank you for having me today. This is great.
it's we're happy to have you.
Poopy Queen, it's an honor to have you. And I got one quick thing for you. Where does your name come from? It's such an interesting name, Poopy Queen.
Okay. So I used to play Warcraft 3 mod with my ex, and I would always poop on his strategy. So he started calling me Poopy, and he would get really angry at me whenever I sucked, and that's where it comes from.
That's amazing. That's
Sweet.
amazing. I love it.
Where
That is
does your
awesome.
name come from, though?
All right, so everybody's heard this. All right. I'm totally derailing Bob here. I'm so sorry, Bob. All right, so
It's no problem.
when I was a kid, my gamer tag, and everything, all the way back to the original Legend of Zelda, my save game would be Prime. And that just, was something I always used. And then when I graduated from aircrew school in the Navy, you kind of get assigned a call sign as like a graduation kind of honor thing. And they thought I looked like Val Kilmer from Top Gun, so I ended up as Iceman. And I just kind of combined the two. And Ice Prime just rolls off the tongue nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love the name.
And Bob, back to you.
So, Poopy Queen, for those who do not know you or do not know what you do, introduce yourself.
Okay. I work for the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds dev team as a communications manager and interpreter. My main job is to interact and communicate with awesome people like Ice Prime, and also I translate and interpret for PlayerUnknown and our other devs who do not speak Korean.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
That's
That is amazing.
amazing. Yeah.
So let's first question, I guess. How did you find yourself in this job? It's such an interesting thing, you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, I was first hired as an interpreter for PlayerUnknown, but I had previous professional experience in marketing and social media communication. So, we've done 3 alpha tests so far, and we needed someone to help with streamers and get them codes and help them understand our game. So I was just pulled into the team, and I had such an amazing time in the past few months. I love Twitch. I love Ice Prime, of course. So yeah, that's how it happened.
And can you tell me what is the favorite part of your job? Like, besides collecting Twitch emotes.
Yeah, I'm sub to like 65 people, and I'll need to stop at some point.
Poopy
But
Queen collects emotes like they're Pokemons.
Yes.
yes.
It's her favorite
But-
pastime.
Yeah. And the most favorite part is getting to meet people like Ice Prime in person at conventions, or I get to talk to him through different channels about our game and get to know him as a streamer and content creator. And I learned so much about the Twitch community. That's the best part.
Well, and I got to say, right out of the gate, that you guys have done a great job already on really, reaching out and embracing the Twitch community and, really embracing us streamers in our communities and letting us, with alpha keys to give away and really get people into the game and allow them to, to play it with us. And, you guys' communication has been great. And, unfortunately, that's not the norm. And so you guys really, should be commended for that. I think you guys are doing a great job.
Well, I guess we were really lucky. Our dev team worked really hard to develop a good game, and the community really embraced it. And, you know, great streamers who are really fun to watch, including you, were able to stream it, and they really enjoyed it. I'm aware that a lot of streamers don't play alpha during their live stream because it can ruin the experience for the viewers. But it has been really great that people were very supportive and they understood it was alpha. It was really funny. I think I saw like this invisible player bug in your stream, and it was hilarious. Like some people were raging, but a lot of majority of people were very supportive and they thought it was really funny.
I mean, I think that's one of the best parts of like alpha games, are some of the bugs like that. You know what I mean? It's like there is a level of humor there that everybody enjoys because you know that there's only a small period of time that kind of stuff's going to exist as it gets polished. You know what I mean? So like we had some genuinely funny moments with the bugs. You know what I mean? With the alpha, and it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
So
We got a sorry, Double O. We got a question from chat. Poopy Queen, how long have you been in the gaming industry?
Oh wow. Okay, I forgot to push the button and I was just talking to myself. Since the beginning of this project, that's just it.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so just only for 9 months. And, I used to be a professional interpreter and public relations manager before, but I think it really helped that gaming is the biggest hobby in Korea. Like everyone plays games. Esports is huge here. And my brother and all my, friends who are into um, different games really helped me understand the gamer community and the culture.
So gaming is so huge in Korea, and I've been lucky enough to have visited there a few times, and it's something that I feel like you guys are so far ahead on that than we are in the United States. I feel like we're it's slowly building to that. But my question to you is, as far as the Korean gaming culture goes right now, do you feel like there's a shift away from the RTS and MOBAs more towards the Overwatches and the battleground type of games?
Well, when Koreans are into games, they only play one or two games like every day. And what everyone is playing right now is Overwatch, LOL, and Hearthstone. Those three games are really big. And that's what happened like 10 years ago when everyone was playing StarCraft and nothing else.
Very
And
dedicated gamers.
yes, and Koreans are very competitive. So you just want to crush your friend. So you have to play it every day for like 10 hours so you can, crush your friend and feel awesome about yourself.
And it's
But
how you got your awesome name, right? Just crushing people and pooping on their strategies.
yes, yes. But and mobile games are pretty big in Korea too. And I think there could be a shift in the next few years. But what I see is that there's a much bigger gaming community in China, and there's a huge like sheer game community there. And I think they will start playing Battlegrounds a lot more when we start, distributing codes to the Chinese gaming community because they really love other kinds of battle royale games that are out there.
Definitely. And are you guys looking at, offering regional based servers, or, can you speak on, how that's going to work?
Yes, of course. There will be different servers for each region, and we will be offering custom servers so you can set up your own community server and play Battlegrounds.
Awesome.
That's nice. That's a nice addition.
Now, can you go any more in depth into the, being able to have like a personal server or a private server? Like, what does that entail?
That means that you'll be able to set up your own server to play with your mods and subs and your viewers. And, you know, we will release a mod kit next year. after our official release. So you could make like player Ice Prime's Battlegrounds and then set up a private server where people can play your version of Battlegrounds.
Oh, that sounds absolutely amazing. So, I could have the ice pack, all those very smart and intelligent people all come together, and we could have like the coolest server in all of the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Imagine our sub Sundays. Oh my god.
That's really exciting. That's really exciting stuff. Seriously.
It'll be the most insane stream snipe challenge ever.
And I've heard some people talk about their ideas. Some people want just 60 frying pans in one game and no
Yes.
other weapons. And they just want
That
to,
is perfect.
yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the frying pan. We have
Yes.
a couple of questions related to the said frying pan.
hmm
So, whose idea was the frying pan in the first place?
So Player Unknown created his first Battle Royale mod in Arma 2 when Daisy was a mod in Arma 2, not a standalone game. And he did so because he really loved this Japanese cult movie, which is named Battle Royale. And if you haven't seen that movie, frying pan is one of the weapons that the high school kids use in that movie. So it was an homage to that movie. So it was Player Unknown's idea.
Okay, so he basically ripped it off of a movie, but it was his idea to throw it into a game. That's awesome.
Yes.
So, is there any chance that the frying pan will be one shot again? Because that was some of the funniest things I've ever seen when you see a streamer or somebody just come up and whack somebody in the back with the frying pan and they just fall over.
Yeah. Well, so we basically see two camps. There's the first camp wants the frying pan to be one shot kill weapon, and the second camp it consists of people who have frying pan PTSD and they don't want it to be a one shot kill weapon. So we're not sure what we're gonna do with the frying pan. It was really funny to see everyone just getting killed in an instant with the frying pan, but we'll see. We'll just need to balance the whole thing out.
Well, there's another camp because a large part of the ice pack community wants some tactical attachments for that frying pan. Like
Attachments.
yeah. like a scope or something like that.
Or a grenade launcher. That works. too.
Extended magazine. I mean, every frying pan needs an extended magazine. Maybe a silencer. I mean, this could be pretty sweet.
The most legit frying pan in the world.
I just can't talk right now. I just need like 3 minutes.
Oh my goodness. She's laughing to her, guys.
I had some people suggest to me that we should do like a really pretty skin for the frying pan, like Hello Kitty skins, and
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
That
people.
would,
But-
be, that would be sweet.
a silencer and a scope for the frying.
You can
Maybe
use
like
the
a-
frying pan as binoculars. That's
Maybe
fine.
like a foregrip. I like a
Ooh,
foregrip on my frying pans.
Foregrip on frying
No,
pan.
it's
That's
a hot
sweet.
pad. Come on.
But talking about cosmetics though, you guys are thinking about implementing them in the game.
Okay, let me just take a deep breath. Yes, that's a good question. So right now we're primarily focused on overhauling the gunplay system. And I don't know if you guys have seen our official Twitter before, but we have, grabbed a ton of motion capture data from the Smokeup studio in Czech, which is part of Bohemia Interactive. And we need to implement all that data and create new animations. So we've been really busy with those two systems, and we're not able to discuss anything about what we're going to do about cosmetic stuff. But we will definitely have like a skin system and have people, add cool stuff, play dress up.
Interesting. Looking forward to it.
Another question from the viewers was, is there a price range for the private servers?
Price range for the private servers? You mean are you asking if
A
you would
price
have
point?
to pay for the servers?
Yes.
Oh no, we got your back. We got it covered.
Wait, are
Awesome.
you serious? You don't have to rent a server? I mean, usually it's like, you'd have to pay a monthly fee for something like that.
I guess someone hasn't been reading our dev blog, but we will offer you your custom servers so you can enjoy the game with your community and viewers. It's really important to us that a lot of different communities out there really drive the evolution of the game and really enjoy it with the people they want to. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
That is sweet. So that
So-
opens up the possibility for those tournaments.
Yeah. So speaking of people playing with people they want to, will there be the possibility for testing for bigger teams like 4-mans or 5-mans or 6-mans or I guess however big?
Well, I think you'll be able to create your own team play mode when we have our mod kit. So I've heard like some people say that they want to do 10 versus 10 team play modes, even 50 versus 50. I don't know if we will have that when we initially release our mod kit, but there definitely will be more team play mods. Yep.
That's fantastic. Because 5-mans are huge with us, with having played H1Z1 and smashing through all of that and just going all out competitive mode on that.
hmm And a lot of Chinese gamers who play battle royale games really love playing in big teams. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make crazy modes with like 100 people, 200 people in one game. We'll have to just develop the technology to allow that to happen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So what we saw in the testing for duos was that the ranking system for solos and duos were not separate.
Well, that was actually a placeholder. We'll have a ranking system based on ELO, and it'll be about um, who you survived against. And we haven't really finalized everything on the ranking system, but I'm pretty sure it'll be separate for solos and duos because it doesn't make sense if it's all integrated. And the data that came from our previous alpha tests will unfortunately be wiped out and then it'll be reset for the actual release. Yeah.
All right. So sorry, you lost your rank.
Aw. So is there any word on when we're going to be able to get our hands on the game again? Because I'm fiending. Got any more of that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds?
Yeah, so we'll be doing our dev stream this Friday, 4:30 p.m. PST, and I think there will be some exciting news shared on that stream, and we will probably do our next test early next year. I can't exactly say when, but we will make exciting announcements pretty soon.
All right, perfect. So what was that again? It was Friday, the dev live stream on Twitch at 4 Pacific?
Yes, 4:30.
4:30 Pacific. All right, perfect. Well, I will definitely be tuning in to find out what the big announcements are. Bob,
Awesome.
Back to you, my man.
What are the biggest concerns that you guys are going to be addressing in either the next patch or next testing?
Yeah, so we want to make a skill-based game where people can actually compete with their shooting and sniping skills. And we want people to feel that they can't compete with other players and not, you know, think that the game is based on luck. So that's really important to us. And to achieve that, you need a very fluid and smooth gunplay. So that's why Tuner, his actual name is Marek. He's our gameplay programmer, and he has been working on creating, new codes and overhauling the gunplay system. So all the guns will have its own purpose, and there will be different guns or attachments you'll need to use depending on which kind of combat you're in. That's the most important thing to our game. Basically, you got to be the last man standing and you got to use your guns, and there are different situations in our game. So we want people to feel that they always have a chance to survive as long as they know how to use weapons in our game. So that's the first concern. And the second is that we want to create an immersive environment. So we will further upgrade our environment art, but along with that, we want to make you feel like you're actually, fighting with 60 or 70, 80 people in Erangel. Erangel is the name of the island we have in Battlegrounds. So to make that happen, we'll need to make a more realistic animations, so it looks more realistic and authentic, and it feels like you're actually controlling the character, and the character could feel like it's you, not a you know not a character in a game. So we'll do our best to make good animations based on the mocap data we got from running out of breath. Excuse me. So we will create cool animations, and you'll be able to see that in our next test.
Ah,
Great.
Sounds awesome. Sounds really
sounds
cool.
great. So would you say that is like the biggest challenge for the team, or is that the biggest challenge overall?
Well, Marek used to work for the squad dev team. He's a jack of all trades. He's a jack of all trades. He has been working on a lot of things across the board, but now he's focusing on the gunplay system to make a better system until our next test. So it used to be a concern, but now we have him and other devs that are supporting him, so we're in good hands. And also for our animations, Pavel is our lead animator, and he used to work for Arma 3 for 5 years as an animator. So it's going to be really great. Yep.
Okay. I read around on the forums, and one of the questions that I came on was expanding the watercraft play in game. So like more reason to fight in the water, because that's a big part of the game as well.
hmm Well, the thing is, we will have 5 types of land vehicles: the Jeep, the buggy, the truck, and we'll have a motorcycle, and maybe 4 types so far. So we'll need to balance those vehicles first, and then move on to finding like better meta game for water play. So I think we'll need to do a balanced pass for land vehicles first, and then think about what we could do for boats and other types of water vehicles.
I have a suggestion for that,
Mm-hmm.
for a water vehicle,
Okay.
like one of those paddle boats that looks like a swan, but for two.
That
Where
was a
two
lot of-
people? What? So you get in it alone and you just go in circles?
Where is
Yeah.
it? I don't see
Yeah.
it.
If it's a solo, you end up going in circles, but if there's actually 2 people, you go straight.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
So you don't want to use it in a solo game, but in duos, it's OP.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
equipped with
I
frying
think you
pan
guys
shooters.
broke
Bob
me
just
again.
Bob just wants to pedal around with somebody in one of those swan things. Is what this comes down to. He's trying to get everybody to put in their
Holy
video
shit.
game.
Yeah,
He's just trying to go through the tunnel of love with everybody. It's fine.
Yeah, and then shoot frying pans out of cannons.
I think you guys broke me again.
The one-hit wonder frying pan, though. You don't want to be shooting two of those things.
I don't know.
Okay, I just need like a 2-minute break.
All right, we got a question from the audience. Is the character model the same size as the Unreal Engine 4 default shooter game model?
Nope, I don't think so, because we created all our characters and skeletons from scratch.
Awesome.
That is insane. Well, there was another question that came from the IcePack as well, which was the damage from jumping out of vehicles. If that was intentional because you wanted to make it more realistic, or
Yes.
Yeah.
We want the gameplay to be realistic, and you should be careful when you're driving a car, and you should really calculate what you want to do when you're engaging with someone and you have a vehicle. And it would be, to us, with our game design, it would be unfair, almost unfair, to allow players to jump out of a running vehicle and then start gunning people. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, I agree
Yeah,
100%.
that makes
It's one of the things that
yeah.
I love about the game. If you roll your car, not only does the vehicle take damage, but your player also takes damage, which again, it's like, without those things, it makes cars super overpowered, you know what I mean? And I feel like, even in the early stages, that the cars are in a good spot, as in they're really good to get from point A to point B, but it's not something you're just going to kind of camp in and run circles around people in, you know what I mean?
So, with the cars being realistic, would there ever be the implementation of like a seatbelt to where if you crash, you take less damage because you have your seatbelt on, but it takes
Seatbelts save
longer
lives.
to get out of the car because you have to take that seatbelt off.
Seatbelt save lives. It's a seatbelt campaign.
Well, I think that okay, having a seatbelt would make it more realistic. But the thing is, the story behind the Battle Royale game is that there are people thrown into this island, and you have to fight for your life. And I don't think you would have time to wear a seatbelt. We're trying to find people to kill and survive against them. So I think not being able to wear a seatbelt would be more realistic, if you know what I mean.
I mean, if you've ever watched Zombieland, the third rule to surviving the zombie apocalypse is wearing a seatbelt.
That's zombies, though, not like crazy people. Right?
True. Crazy people who are trying to kill you. Isn't that kind of the same thing?
If anybody hasn't seen, sorry, one thing though. If you haven't seen Battle Royale, the classic Battle Royale movie, just go watch it. I'm sure you can find it somewhere on Netflix or whatever. It's definitely worth a watch. There's a bunch of throwbacks in the game: the frying pan, the school uniforms, and it's great.
Another thing was the attachments or customizations to cars like turbo and armor. Is that something that is in the pipeline?
Not at the moment, because we're really focused on making the base gameplay solid until we release the game in the first half of next year. So after that, when we feel like the entire gameplay is solid and everything works smoothly, and when players feel like we are good to go, we will create additional content and add more new stuff onto the game.
All right.
Okay.
I do want to give you guys props for the revive system in the duo testing, because that
I second those props. Seconded props.
Yeah, that was amazing. I played very little duos, but the ones that I did play, it was a game changer. Like, you go down and your teammate kills the other guy and he just revives you, and it's great.
But it intensifies it all because you're left alone against potentially two people, and the adrenaline rush that comes from that makes the game even more exciting.
Well, yeah, and you get the Sophie's choice, right? Do you go for the revive? Do you try to kill the guy?
Mhm.
And it's like one of the flaws overall, in my opinion, of all battle royale type games is the finality in team games, where the revive system is genius because it at least gives you that chance that your buddy's not gonna have to go wait 30 minutes for you to finish or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It was a feature that we wanted to test and see if the community, liked it. And, we weren't sure if this was going to break BR gameplay, but, 99% of people just loved it. And even streamers or serious BR players that never enjoyed team play modes really loved Revive feature, and it made them, fall in love with our duo. So we're definitely going to keep it and balance everything out later when we release the duos.
Well, that's great news. So the feedback was good, and it seems like it's a feature that is going to be a keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And praised probably, like nothing else.
Yeah, we are still discussing what other additional team play modes we want to put in the um, full game. So we'll have to see what we want to do for our official game, and I think there will be more exciting features in the team play modes when people have the mod kit in their hands. I think I see so many crazy things are going to happen when the mod kit is released.
Well, and that's I think something that I'm really excited about is when developers embrace the mod community, nothing but good things happen 9 times out of 10. I mean, you're gonna get like some dicks and stuff, but other than that, they're gonna come up with some really cool and unique stuff. And that as a person that just loves games and I love the style of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, the gunplay and everything. Yeah, I'm just excited to see what people come up with.
Yeah. Well, PlayerUnknown started as a modder himself, and we, always say that we really want to find the next PlayerUnknown. There could be hundreds of great people with amazing ideas, and we want them to have the opportunity, run the servers for free, have a mod kit, and play with the components in our base game.
Well, I think him being a modder and loving the modding community and giving them a chance to actually have a platform, to have a voice for themselves is absolutely amazing. I think that no other game has embraced it to the point where you guys are willing to, as in you guys back it financially, whereas most modding games that you can mod, you have to pay for it. There's something out of pocket. You have to buy the server or rent it, and it's just a hassle.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you don't know, like, what kind of amazing ideas people have. They just didn't have the support, and we want to provide it to them. And maybe there will be a game that is more fun than Battlegrounds. Maybe Player Ice Prime's Battlegrounds will be more fun than PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's a great platform for people to express their inner game developer without actually having to be a game dev.
We have a question from the audience here. Poopy Queen, obviously you have met PlayerUnknown. So is he now PlayerKnown?
So he used to sit right next to me. I have been sitting right next to him for like 4 months, but now I am sitting right next to our gameplay programmer, effect artist, and lead animator. So he's a bit far away now. But when we do internal playtests, his nickname is actually Player Well Known. So we're just joking about, we told him that he
That's
should
awesome.
change his in-game nickname.
That's awesome.
Another question actually was, will there be multiple maps?
Well, currently our map is about 8 by 8 kilometers big. So you're talking about this huge island that needs to be populated with houses, military buildings, and different types of structures you would see in a real island. So we would have to do more work on this map until release. Make sure everything is, authentic and everything needs to be textured. You've seen those military buildings that didn't have textures during this alpha, so we'll need to, polish and really clean up everything. And after that, I think we might, develop a new map. But the thing is, you'll be able to modify the map with the mod kit. I'm not sure if that feature will be available in the first version of the mod kit, but we want you to, modify the map too, so you can create your own gameplay with a different style of environment.
That's great. Wow.
I mean, it just sounds so amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah. And
Craigasm.
yeah.
Definitely.
Exactly.
great
Poopy Queen,
guys.
also what's up? I mean, we could probably communicate with Poopy Queen solely in emotes, like a new language.
Hey, she could drop 65 different hearts in your chat right now.
Yes, I can. The only
If not more.
problem The only problem is it takes me like 2 minutes to find my favorite emote because the list is so long and they don't allow you to search it, like search it more conveniently. That's the
If
only
you
downside.
download Better Twitch TV, you can search your emotes.
I already have it, but I didn't know how to use it. Oh my god, I'm a poopy.
No.
Did you just say I'm a poopy?
Yes.
Yes, she did.
That was pretty amazing.
That was
That's
great.
fantastic.
Another question that I had personally was
Mm-hmm.
the sealed warehouses that you find in on the map. Are those the starting lobbies for the game?
They were the starting lobbies during our first alpha, but since we're not, no, it was during our pre-alpha. But I think we're gonna modify the starting mechanism too, and those lobbies will be modified too.
All right. Okay.
All right, we're getting the wrap it up thing over out to the side here. All right, Poopy Queen. One more question before we wrap here.
Mhm.
What was the coolest or weirdest bug that like the community helped you guys track down over the alphas here?
Hmm. Oh my god, there are so many funny bugs that were in my like Twitter DMs, Discord, private messages.
My personal
and on
favorite was
Twitter.
jumping out of a car and then like literally getting launched to like the moon because it looks hilarious. And
Oh, that. Oh, the one thing that pops up to me now is sometimes like cars would be stuck in this weird collision volumes and they would just spin in the air and do like backflips and everything. That was hilarious, and how people would act like they pulled it off themselves and pretend that it's not a bug. They're like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
I did it! I'm
I'm just
awesome!"
really good at
That was
driving
funny.
it.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah, they
cool.
would kind of be driving, they'd hit a little bump, and then their car would just like freak out and then just keep going. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was amazing.
Yep.
The funniest thing that happened to me was I was playing a game with someone else, and we were trying to kill each other. But there was a
Mhm.
hacker in the game as well. So what happened was my friend got killed, and I was in a dune buggy, and the hacker, when I was driving as fast as I could, the hacker came up like the Flash itself, next to my vehicle, kept running next to me, and then sickled me out of my car. And I got launched into the moon as well.
I want to see a clip of that if you have it.
No, I don't have a clip of it. But I wish I had. All right. let's see. I think that were all my questions.
All right.
Hey, can Poopy Queen and chat out there? Thank you so much, everybody, for all the questions. And Poopy Queen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And you know, it was an honor for you to come in and answer all our questions. And our theme tonight was how are you spending your holidays if you celebrate? Do you have anything planned? Do you get a break?
I think I'm just gonna be watching Twitch the whole time. I'm addicted, and I think I'll spend some time with my family and friends. But I think there will be a lot of great streamers still streaming during the holidays. So that's my plan.
Ah, that's awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you float around in the Twitchosphere.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys.
What
No, go ahead.
What games will you be playing, Ice? Since you don't have Battlegrounds to stream.
I will be playing some Overwatch. We've been doing the new season on that. We will be playing some H1Z1 King of the Kill. I mean, you know, I got to get my Battleground fix until I can get my pub fix again. You know what I mean? I'm addicted to Battlegrounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I might try to get some of that new Final Fantasy in. You know what I mean? I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Yes, I've heard great things about that.
Oh,
game
and we're
too.
checking out Breakaway. We're checking out Breakaway tomorrow. This Amazon Game Studio. It's cool. It's like Rocket League MOBA kind of thing.
Nice.
Kind of crazy.
Okay, so I had a blast. Thank you so much for having me, and I will definitely, be in your chat, watch you play games, and I hope I hope that our game will be released as soon as possible. But it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. And don't forget to check out our dev stream this week. And thanks again for having me. This has been great.
It was an honor to have you, and we're looking forward to seeing you again.
Yes.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
So Merry Christmas, everyone, and I'll see everyone in Ice Prime's chat.
All right.
Merry Christmas
Happy
to you too.
holidays.
Sounds good, Poopy Queen. Take it easy, girl.